that are your competition. And that might not be right in your subdivision or right in your neighborhood. It could be just outside of your neighborhood too. And in a general area, people are looking. So you really want to keep that close at hand as well, in terms of what does your competition look like right now? What are they priced at? How long have they been on the market? Have they had their property under contract and then it fell out for some reason? How are things moving? What's the average market time for your competition? And competition can mean properties that are under contract right now that are in your area. How long did it take them to get under contract? What were they priced at in the beginning? So very, very important. I'm going to say it again. You get one chance to price your house right the first time. So really keep that in mind. Very important. The next thing is timing. So timing, what I mean by timing is the time of the year, for instance. So right now we are smack dab in the middle of the holidays, right? So in a lot of cases at this time of year, what I'll do here in our market in Chicago Metro, we have what's called the PLN, the Private Listing Network. So very often what I'll do is I will put a listing on the Private Listing Network to begin with, so we don't accumulate market time while we're in the middle of the holidays when it's kind of slow. And it pretty rapidly picks up after, I would say, the second week in January. But you really want to consider the market time. So what I'll do sometimes during the holidays or during another time of year where it's kind of slow, maybe back to school, is put it on the PLN and build that anticipation of it coming on the market in the next 2 weeks, because that also will get people excited to see your house. And you know what? If somebody calls you while you're in the Private Listing Network and they really want to see your house before it comes on the market because they want to avoid the competition, those are the people that are willing to pay more for your property because they don't want to deal with the competition. So time of year can be a big factor when selling your home and how you're going to price your home. Okay, let's move on to number 8. What is your motivation to sell? Are you motivated to sell? Your reason for selling, such as maybe job relocation, health issues, a change in family circumstances. Are you under the gun to sell quickly? These are all things that, you want to consider. Remember, buyers have their own motivation for buying and sellers have their own motivation for selling. So it's important to really keep those two things in mind when selling your property. Keep the buyer's motivation and their reason for buying in mind as well. But super important to keep your motivation and your reason for selling. Keep that in mind, because that has a lot to do with how you're going to price your home. If you've been transferred and you have to be in you live in Chicago now, you've been transferred to St. Louis and you have to be there by a certain date, that may play a part in how you price your home. So, because remember, when you're selling your home, the longer it sits on the market, the farther away you get from your list price. The longer you sit on the market, the farther away you get from your list price. Do not let market time eat into your equity. That's exactly what it does. So you want to really, really be cognizant of that. This is something that's really important. What are your home's unique features? A lot of times you'll love your home for a reason that when a buyer walks through it, they won't even see, they won't notice it. So you want to point those things out when you're selling